So, hello, Unity Earth community. It is so good to be here. This time for me, these years with me, for me with Unity Earth, have been a real unfoldment into the concept of unity and going and still continuing. And started in Toronto when I was invited in Toronto. And I came there and, it was like a big festival. I felt like a child in Candyland. There was a lot of wonderful people. We did great things. There was indigenous cultures. It was very exciting. And then, of course, going on to go into the Holy Land, which I can't even speak about, a trip of a lifetime. So in all this, the quality of Unity Earth, has been a very big reflection for me because I'm an inquirer into reality. I'm interested more in looking at a real dollar bill than a fake one. So the idea or the drive, the kind of impetus to find that higher sense of reality in terms that unity, perhaps as a premise, is already present. And that came to me after being with in the Gurdjieff work, by the way, for you know 12 years, working really hard on myself. I worked super efforts, and at the end of it, I was extremely disappointed. And then meeting a teacher of the absolute standpoint, they call it non-duality. Maybe those are words I don't really know exactly what they are, but he stopped that search for me. Oh, he transmitted something. And what he transmitted was that there was no way I was going to work myself into a state of enlightenment, and that everything that I am is already present. So from that, of course, there's a great, great upheaval, and begin to look at unity. How could unity be here when it looks so chaotic, so dysfunctional? And I call that the changing. Everything is always changing, but what is it that is unchanging? And Unity Earth, when I first came, all I saw was the changing. All these people doing all this things, all this activism, and God rests in action. So all this activism is going on, and I'm loving it. I'm doing webinars with my husband and I. We love that. Thank you so much, Ben, for providing those platforms and for meeting people. I mean, the people were just beyond. So there was so much changing and so much dynamism. And at the same time, I kept looking and saying, well, I know everyone is really working hard to find unity, create unity, unfold unity, develop unity. And there is this premise that says that unity is unshakable. Unity Earth is unshakable, guiding us to unity, sounded the note. And that sound of that note, that pitch, when you sing, there's a pitch, and there's a pitch of unity. And I began to look at that in Unity Earth, just began to really concentrate on the pitch of unity rather than enjoying all the diversity. And also, kind of seeing what can be done, like that whole sense of, what are we, do something. We did that in Unity Earth, do something, which is incredible admonition to do something. However, again, what is there that we do not, that we have, that is there that we don't recognize, yet? So it's been very, very interesting to me to look for that. What do I not recognize? And it seems to me like in the meetings, in Unity Earth, there is such a movement that is coming out to be recognized. It's not as if it wasn't there. It's just there were clouds in front of the sun. And that movement, it's kind of like the ocean of consciousness. That's an analogy I love. I know people have heard it. It's like, the ocean is just a movement of energy. And the ocean is not, the waves in the ocean are not connected to each other. We don't have to come together. The waves don't need to come together. They already are together. They're all water. I love Yanni there. That's one of the pluses of Unity Earth is Yanni. So, you know, that water, it's all water. And that's where unity is. It's in the water. It's not in the waves coming together. A wave can't leave the ocean. Can you imagine a wave getting up and moving away from the ocean? I don't think so. You know, it is all water. And so I just feel that's what Unity Earth is like this unbelievable ocean of creativity. Of course, the whole world is on that. So I'm just so grateful to have that exploration here and to be here to experience it and to have so much vision and so much help and so much inspiration. Thank you, everyone.